Hey everyone, today we are back in the custom pack. This custom pack is a special one to me. It is called Tasty Scaling. It's all about the sea cucumber, which is a newer ailment pet. If you're not familiar with it, it throws out an ailment that will actually scale your team. It's called Tasty, and it's not the spooked that the bar guest just threw out there. So if you are familiar with ailments, then you know there's some pets that really help make ailments pop off. The main one being the manticore. The manticore will double, triple, quadruple the effect of ailments. So when you consider things like weakness or like frost, or especially if you consider things like, I believe it's spooked that the Olm gives. It's like a magnified spooked. You can use the manticore and really get the ailments to pop off. And if you ask me, ailments are probably the strongest type of pet in the game. The other one being perks. I've talked about this a lot. Perks is mainly strong because of axolotl, elephant seal. They're just very consistent scalers. There's a lot of pets that you can use, like gold generation pets, to really help you pop off with the scaling. And perk pets are especially good because, yeah, the perks enable the scaling, and then your team has perks, and perks are great. You can get melons or lemons, protective equipment. You can get tomatoes or Easter eggs, things that'll help you do more damage in battle. So with all that being said, we get to ailments. Ailments are absolutely ridiculous when you consider not only can you build whatever team you want, right? I mean, you consider things like the vampire bat, which absolutely dominated my wild ailments pack that I had out recently. The vampire bat, you get the snipes with the ailments. There's other pets that synergize with ailments, right? There's a lot of them. You think of something simple like the Mothman. I just had a couple iterations because thanks to Broken Bench, the Anubis Mothman, I should say the Anubis Frostwolf Mothman. So yeah, ailments, you build the team like normal, and you basically guarantee that the enemy team is not going to have perks, right? You're just throwing out these ailments, and especially something like a Frostwolf, a tier 2 ailment pet that targets the front line when it faints. Typically the largest pets with the protective perks like melon, lemon, garlic, whatever it be, Brussels sprouts. Man, I wanted to roll off a bunch of them there, but I kind of got held up. It's so strong. It's so strong. So let's get into this run. It looks like I am being very stubborn on a frog swap, which is surprising to me because, yeah, we're looking for tier 5 and above pets. The sea cucumber's a tier 5. The manticore, obviously a tier 6. And there's a couple other pets we can use with it, but we want to do a big pivot. So you see I'm saving the level up on the anteater, rolling the whole turn down. Very interesting to see this in a main run, where on turn 6 the team didn't get any better. And this is almost certainly going to be a loss, especially with a frilled dragon. Is that what it's called? Wow, we almost get a draw. That's crazy. So basically my plan here was preserve as many hearts as possible, but at the same time, we have to set up the team for success. Right now, this team's not really set up for success. It's set up for a big pivot, but I need to keep the stats that I have. So I frog swap onto the weasel. I figure the weasel can give me that little extra gold generation to help me with the pivot further. The anteater, hopefully we can just carry until we don't need it anymore. So, when you first bring in the sea cucumber, and your team looks pretty weak like this, it's a pretty tough situation. These teams I found it rather difficult to get going. Maybe that was the method that I chose to kind of build the team here, but 4 trophies, 3 hearts, not a bad place to be. Hopefully we find a pill. Gonna maybe do a banana pill. That's a very interesting decision. I was gonna say, when I choose a pet to make a video around, right? In this case, it's a scaler. If I just started banana pilling and using a bunch of monkeys, we're not going to see the strength of the sea cucumber, so it doesn't really make sense. And the blobfish gets the zebra hits. This is actually hilarious watching being like, oh, this is the main run. Yeah, these runs were probably a week or so ago, as is usual. I'm pretty delayed on my recordings. And look at that. We actually win with this team. I guess it is pretty early still, turn 8. Level 2 Anteater can really carry. Use the blobfish on the crow. Take the crow level up. Get a stingray. That's kind of like a monkey. I don't really like that, but it is what it is. Then a Nurikabe. So, you know, we have the weasel, the anteater, the sea cucumber. Yeah, all those could stay, but don't want them to stay. Nurikabe is a pet that I have in this pack. I have a couple. Nurikabe, Behemoth is one. They're just pets to kind of just put on the team to absorb the scaling. And then, you know, if the scaling really pops off, then the Behemoth will come into play. That was kind of the dream. But then the Nurikabe, you know, you get a unit that you get a little bit of scaling on, and it could be enough, let's say, for lack of a better term. So yeah, let's get the flashlight buff going on the Nurikabe. Probably should have used the chocolate on the sea cucumber, but part of my thought was not pushing pets to level 3. Didn't really need them to level 3 with the other pets I'm going to be looking for. Typical tier 6 pets, Mammoth, bring it in, pill it if your team's pretty set. If your team's not set, you bring in the Lioness. And essentially we're getting our sea cucumber scaling in the shop right now. Each one of those tasty ailments that you see is a 2/2 buff. And luckily the ant got the hit from the front ant there, so I was able to KO and give our sea cucumber the other tasty. So we're at 911 stat line on our back sea cucumber. You know what? That's about as big as our weasel now, so that's a good thing. There's a banana pill we must resist. Please resist. I think I wanted to buy sell that zebra. Yeah, I want to buy sell. I wasn't sure if it was time to sell the anteater, but at a certain point, you just got to call it. You got to cut your losses, and you got to commit. And there's still more teams or more pets we're looking for. 2 open slots on the team. No reason to level Nurikabe or Weasel. Yeah, like I said, leveling sea cucumber is probably the right move. Because essentially we want to throw out 5 ailments. So that is a level 3 sea cucumber with a level 2 sea cucumber. Or something like a level 3 sea cucumber with a level 2 tiger behind it. You know, at least 4 ailments, I'd say, is kind of the minimum going for here, which would be the level 2 sea cucumber, level 2 tiger. Yeah, turn 11, first turn, melon shows up in the shop, might as well start throwing it. Luckily, we used that other chocolate, so now we're really close to level 3. And there's a behemoth. So I figure even though the behemoth's a self-scaler, could probably bring it in, and no. There is the manticore, let's go. And you know what? We actually sell the weasel for the behemoth. It makes sense being on 1 heart, 6 trophies. And this Nurikabe should be able to carry us. The Nurikabe got hit. And look at that. You see there's 2 tasties that actually go out separate now. Very interesting. I thought it would be like a double effect, a +4/4. But we actually get 2 +2 2s going out separate. So now it should be 3 of them. So essentially every extra tasty that goes out is an extra +6/6 buff. It's pretty insane when you think about it. So now we're getting +18/18 in permanent scaling in battle as long as we get the scaling, right? So the tough thing about ailments, as we'll see I think in the bonus clips, is you know, we throw ailments out at the beginning, the start of battle. Sometimes more ailments come into play during the battle that override our ailments, and it's pretty devastating. So, tough decision on the tiger here. Where do you put the tiger? Behind the manticore? Behind the sea cucumber? Really want to level something up. If I was really gutsy there, would have sold the behemoth for the tiger. I think that would have been cool, but like I said, it's pretty tough to get these teams set up. So very satisfied with where we're at right here. Notice the Behemoth's going to be the highest stat, so let's get him in the front. And look at this. We run into the absolute summon meta, like the Nightmare Vulture squad. It's actually not Vulture guy, it's someone else. So that's a pretty big surprise. And this is why ailments are so strong. We replace basically all their mushroom. I think we did replace all of their mushrooms. So if they had those mushrooms, we would have gotten annihilated. It would not have been close. So 6 gold, we just want sea cucumber level. It's the only thing, give it to us, and we got it. Let's go. Look at that, there's a behemoth, there's 2 melons. I mean, freeze those melons. Push tiger, push manicore level 3. Don't care about behemoth. Yep, sounds about right. So what do we get in the final battle? Oh, it's a snipe team, but our manticore lives. Oh, look at the stats. And look at the Nurikabe actually doing work. And our sea cucumber now is in the 30s, as well as the tiger. I think our backline would have been approaching 50-50 fairly quickly. Very effective, very happy, but very hard to set up. So it's one of those things where it's kind of a fine line. If you're playing this pack or you're trying to get these kind of teams set up, you might feel like, oh gosh, like I keep losing, like this is going nowhere. And then you'll get one of those runs where it just kind of all works out. Obviously, you need to get the sea cucumber early enough, get some scaling on it where it's going to survive the hits. But it's a tricky one because if you put all your scaling in the sea cucumber, you're going to want to put it in the front of your team. But then if it KOs everything and you have like your open buy sell slot in the back, or you have pets you want to sell in the back, they're going to get all that scaling from the sea cucumber. So it's like it's like a dance you got to do to make sure that you're kind of maximizing or ensuring efficiency in your scaling. You see here this Dumbo Octopus, and we face a fellow tasty scaler. Look at that. I thought the tiger was going to trade and then miss out in the scaling. So those little trades are so crucial. So crucial. So we take the coconuts to help us along the way. And yeah, look at this team. Very similar, right? I was playing this pack like very consistently the same way. Taking Anteater, letting that carry me. It's something you'll see a lot of us creators do. And you'll see some creators never take Anteater because they despise it. It's just one of those things. You're either good with it or you're not. I am perfectly fine with letting those things carry me to the promised land. You just got to pivot them out early enough. But yeah, there's a reason this is a bonus clip. We might not pivot this one out. So yeah, like I mentioned, your backline starts getting very big. So this tiger is getting massive. The only problem is we can't really move it. I guess we could move the behemoth in the back and go a 3rd position Anteater, 4th position behemoth. We could buy a 5th pet on the team too. That's certainly not doing us many favors. Oh, this is so scary. Nyala Mushroom Markhor. That is a dangerous Markhor hamster there. If they run into a crocodile that snipes that hamster, they're missing out on all their scaling. So yeah, all we want at this point is Manticore. I would assume the Anteater's here to stay in this one. Yeah, I probably had, I don't know, 10, 12 runs in this pack, and I've got 3 or 4 decent ones here that we're going to see in this video. I think we have 1 or 2 more bonus clips. And the reason, I should say, I wanted to mention this at the beginning of the video, the reason why tasty scaling, or tasty, is holds a special place in my heart, is taste is a word, or I should say a term, that my friends and I used in like high school. It's like one of those things where you have the lingo with your friend and like inside jokes and stuff. So me and my friends, we were experimenting with some herbal remedies in high school, and yeah, instead of using that kind of terminology, we would just say taste to interchange words. or replace words with taste, and it would confuse our parents. We could talk about things that were against the rules right in front of our parents, just using the word taste, and they're like, oh, they must be going to get some food or something. So my friends and I laugh about that all the time. Good times. Back when you were a scoundrel, a hooligan, a little rebellious teenager. Good times. So finally found the Manticore in this one. 8 trophies, 1 heart remaining. Pretty much a consistent theme, always going down to dire situations in these runs. And that's why pets like the Anteater, and you always see me holding like a tier 3 or a tier 4 pet. And oh my word, look at this snipe team. Kind of like seeing the Jerboa worm combo to scale. You don't see that too often, I feel like. Used to be a lot more popular. I think it got less popular when they made it 1 trigger every turn. I think you used to be able to like just go crazy with the apples every turn. Get multiple activations off the Jerboa. And here you go. The ailment counters the ailment, and we lose to the rhino weakness. Oh man. Custom packs. You get so hopeful sometimes, and then you just, like, we got through the leopard Jerboa team that I was just talking about. Like, that was a dangerous team. Although that team, their skunk was lower attack, so the skunk activated after all the snipes. But still, a very dangerous team. You get through a team like that, you're like, oh, we're good. Let's go. Anyway, let's move on to this one. Got the crane and the manatee going. You know it's one of my favorite combos. I just, you know, I get wide-eyed when I see a manatee, knowing that there's a crane in the pack. But I don't think there's pita bread, or like there's certainly not a lot of other things that I need to keep manatees going. So I get in a desperate situation here where I'm forced to basically buy, sell cows and start throwing food on the manatee to keep it alive every other turn. But yeah, with that high attack on the manatee, I want to keep it. Did we just replace a peanuts on the scorpion with the tasty? I mean, come on. Come on. It's just ridiculous. Ailments, I don't think should be able to do that. I don't know. Like, you think of a scorpion, right? The whole purpose of the unit is that it offers nothing else other than the peanuts. Has no stats. Can't, yeah, just nothing else. And yeah, there's a bunch of different, there's 10 plus ailment pets that you can use to counter it. Fun stuff, fun stuff. The geez, you see these teams, I see woodpecker tiger, I'm like, oh gosh, what's in the beluga? Small one. I knew it. I knew it. It's always a small one, isn't it? When is it not a small one? Honestly. And oh, I just realized this run just decided to go the double sea cucumber. And there you go, we got the 5 ailments. Oh, that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to get 5 tasties going out. So basically, we give all them ailments, and then we have a bunch of melons and lemons. I think that gives you a great chance to win. And look at what we run into. I mean, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. Very rare do you run into those teams. So good luck to you, sir, if you're going for an achievement or something. Did they actually have the smaller slime on their team already? I was confused there. I didn't pay attention to the front pet. It looked like it might have been a secret achievement pet. Maybe not. Maybe they're just selling down for their 2-3 squad. What in the world? Oh, it's Grounded's Rock Albatross team. Oh my word. We got 1 tasty. Hey, we actually get our tasty scaling. That's nice. But the salmons just destroy us. Oh my word. I think that's the 2nd or 3rd run I've had in bonus clips that has ran into that exact team. Pretty cool. When I spam games, I spam them pretty quick, so you'll see like, yeah, there's some consistency in the teams I run into on certain sessions. Always a good point in the run where you're starting to transform pets Quite unfortunate though when I decided to transform a manatee, especially when it gives me something that doesn't really help the team. But in order to save the manatee, we had to do it. It was in the best interest of the manatee. We have to save him from himself. So we got another one here as we're preparing to ride off into the sunset. I believe this is... Oh no, we got this one and one more bonus clip. So yeah, if you enjoyed this one, let me know in the comments what you think. I really like the concept of just ailments and scaling, adding scaling to ailments. The only problem is ailments is too strong as it is, so I know it's like you're complaining about this, but then you're praising it, and it's like, come on, man, pick which one it is. I don't know. I don't know in the end. I'm just vibing out, having a good time, enjoying the game, playing the way I want to play. You play the way you want to play. I'll complain about it. You can complain about other things. And the world will keep on spinning. So if you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. And yeah, we're actually not quite done yet. I jumped the gun here on my outro. Let's see what we get in the end here. Oh yeah, sometimes you're playing in a pack meant for something and you just go a completely different direction. So I guess on this round I decided no tasty scaling. We're going monkeys, we're going dolphin with melon, and we decided to do something special at the end. So as always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.